Joining me now is Sunday Times football writer Sazi Hadebe to look ahead into this much-anticipated elective conference. Sazi, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Riale Dwaba came out and said she does not believe that the elections will be free and fair. What do you make of the build-up, the campaigning to the elections, and what do you make of Riale Dwaba in particular's chances, not to forget Solly Mohlabeng as well, but with the fact that they're here at the final hurdle to stand against Danny Jordan?
Morning and morning to your viewers. No, I think your background there says it's very, very clear. Riale Dwaba, she stands actually no chance of winning today's SAFA elections because the process, as the former CEO of SAFA has also explained quite clear, has been manipulated. This thing of not giving enough time for the candidates to campaign, 14 days, is basically not enough. Riale Dwaba herself, she says she had to phone some of the regions, and if she's lucky, they will pick up the phone. So that also disadvantages her in terms of getting those votes. So she's been very, very popular among the people that are outside of the structures of SAFA, outside of those that will be voting today. So if these elections were not conducted within SAFA but outside, she will obviously win the elections because people are desperate for change. They are desperate for change because we have had a president since 2014 who has been sitting there for 2 terms now. And if you look at our football and this progress, we have not progressed at all. We have actually gone down. So the status quo will remain because obviously Danny Jordan, as I said, is very much likely to win today, which is not really good for our football as far as I'm concerned.
And taking that into consideration, what you've just said, what then does that mean? Another term for Danny Jordan. What does that mean for SAFA? What does that mean for South African football for another period?
It's actually very disappointing that we are actually there, and for us who are outside, I'm talking now about people who are supporters of football, who are former players, the people on the ground, the young kids who want to play football. Today's outcome doesn't help us because we have had already 8 years of no progress, of finances of football not going to where they're supposed to go, which is developing players at a very young age. You know, we have a situation where the SAFA, which has 40 NEC members, and you also say, what are all these members doing there? Because at the end of the day, they are rewarded for just attending the meetings, and big money is being used and given to the wrong people, because the money that is being given to the NEC members, it should not be. Ria herself said that in her campaign that she took some of the money, she put it back to the SAFA structures. Now, it's only Ria who said she's done that. So all the other members, some of them are voting today, they never took that money and plowed back to football. So it tells you what's going to happen today. It tells you that the patronage will continue. And this system of supporting the leader and not the process of developing football is unfortunately going to continue in this country. But as the media, we'll continue to tell people what we have been telling them for years, that we need to go back to developing football in a proper way. And the proper way is to go to schools and build structures there. Let's have tournaments that we know that each and every year in this tournament, when you talk about an under-18 tournament, we're going to get a future Luka Hadebe, Dr. Kumaro, Jomoso, is Trolenga there. We don't have that. There is no single tournament in this country that is focusing on the youth. I'm talking about both women and girls, both girls and boys. There is no such a tournament. So you can start from the under-18 upward and have a tournament that we know that in this tournament, future stars are being built and are being taken care of. So what we have at the moment, we have tournaments that are played now and then, but there's no really coordination that is proper, that is going to always evaluate and monitor and make sure that whoever is in the system is kept there and is developed in a proper way. That's why today we don't have as many players playing in the top leagues in the world. And the future is there. If we are not going to develop players that are going to play for top teams in the world, we're never going to conquer anyone in the world.
Sazi Hadebe, thank you so much for your time this morning. He's with the Sunday Times, just giving us a snapshot on the elective conference from SAFA.